What's up? This is Sean from Shootie School. There's a table of contents in the description in case you're looking for something particular. If you're new to Toontrack and you're looking at EZDrummer 3 or you're getting ready to upgrade to EZDrummer 3, this is a good video for you to let you know what we all know at this point. EZDrummer 3 is coming out in about a week. Toontrack just put out a ton more content this morning. This video should save someone hours of research with watching their videos, their live stream, and all the information on their website. I've compiled it all down to a video as short as I can possibly make. And I'm going to show you some Toontrack videos, but I'll edit them up and just show you the juicy parts. I'm going to show you some screenshots and point out a couple things. And I might even demo a few things in EZDrummer 2, since a quote from Toontrack is anything that could be done in EZDrummer 2 can be done in EZDrummer 3, and since EZDrummer 3 is not released yet, it might be a cool thing just to pull up EZDrummer 2 real quick and show you something, you know. So why watch this presentation from me? Well, I'm Sean from Shootie School. I used to make the most elite EZDrummer 2 videos on the internet, and I don't anymore because EZDrummer 3 is about to come out, and I'm about to trailblaze. I'm about to completely trailblaze some EZDrummer 3 tutorials. So consider subscribing to my channel, especially if you like my presentation style. This video is just a mashup because I'm trying to get it out fast. This video is only going to be valuable for about a week, but do check out my channel. You can watch a couple of my EZDrummer 2 videos and check out my style. Okay, so consider subscribing, and let's get to it. EZDrummer 3 is a standalone program that can also load in your DAW of choice. You can just click on things and record with your mouse. You can use and edit the included MIDI files to build a song, or plug your keyboard or eDrum kit in to start jamming and recording in real time. If you can't afford Superior Drummer 3, which is geared more towards audio engineers and professional eDrummers, EZDrummer 3 should be your best option or close to it. Before we get started, feel free to check out my Toontrack Facebook or Discord group. The links are in the description. Let's start with purchasing EZDrummer 3. I've waited up until now to pre-order EZDrummer 3 just in case I saw better deals. It seems like Toontrack isn't allowing third parties to provide greater deals than Toontrack.com. So you should probably go to Toontrack.com, maybe Sweetwater, before May 3rd. And if you're upgrading from EZDrummer 2 or even EZDrummer 1, which is cool, it's only going to cost you $79 to upgrade, which is a $20 discount. After May 3rd, it's going to be $100, $99 to upgrade. Cooler than that is if you haven't gotten into the EZDrummer bandwagon just yet, if you purchase EZDrummer 2 right now, you will get EZDrummer 3 for free. And the reason why you'd want to do that is not necessarily to use EZDrummer 2 right now. You might be wasting your time getting that learning curve over with. But the reason why you'd want to do that is when you finally get EZDrummer 3, you'll get all the EZDrummer 2 sounds and all the EZDrummer 2 MIDI. I mean, that is a lot of extra stuff to get for free. So if you're buying EZDrummer 3 brand new, which is $179, and you wait until after May 3rd, you're going to get not twice as less content, but a lot less content. If you're seeing this video after May 3rd, check out my description for the best Toontrack prices, because they'll probably be selling at a discount at third-party sites at that time. So check my description and look for my best deals on Toontrack video. I usually have a current one of those videos running all the time, okay? With the drums tab. You can simply click on drums to hear them, load entire drum kits, which there's 9 separate kits included, or just individual drums into individual slots, and you can mix and match and save your own presets. There are 3 separate drum libraries recorded in 3 separate rooms, and a bunch of library presets to give you different custom sounds on the fly. Here's a quick screenshot that was revealed of the drum libraries and presets to give you an idea. And here's also a quick quote from Rick at Toontrack about how many sounds there are.
You're talking 14 kick drums, 24 snare drums, 30 toms, 6 pairs of hi-hats, 6 rides, 16 crashes, 3 splashes, couple chinas, and that's just drums. Brand new percussion library as well.
The EZDrummer 3 sound library is 19 gigabytes in size. That's how big the Superior Drummer 2 library was. It's impressive for an Easy product. This library was recorded by Michael Ilbert at 𝗪𝗪𝗓 Studios, which should not be confused as being the same product as the Superior Drummer 3 SDX 𝗪𝗪𝗓𝗧 Studios product. There's no brushes or mallet articulations in the core EZDrummer 3 library, only with sticks, but you can buy other sound expansions. They're called EZXs that can take care of that for you, so look for those. All EZDrummer 1 and EZDrummer 2 EZXs will work in EZDrummer 3. One-shot samples. You can now import your sounds by simply dragging and dropping audio files onto a drum on the Drums tab and essentially make a one-shot kit, which you can later save as a custom preset. What you cannot do is blend your one-shot sample with EZDrummer 3's samples at the same time. They've left this feature as a 𝗬𝗪𝗓𝒻𝒻𝒻 3 feature only, the blending part. You'll need 𝗬𝗪𝗓𝒻𝒻𝒻 3 if that's an essential workflow for you. And if you don't know what a one-shot sample is, it's just an audio file with maybe a single snare hit or maybe a single kick hit, or it could be me saying hi, it could be you just farting into a microphone, and you can load that fart sound into your snare drum and have your backbeat with your awesome farts instead. I see this as a fantastic way to open up to the EDM market, since a lot of their stuff is one-shot based, so that's cool for them. And maybe for EZDrummer 2 users, like, this is a fantastic upgrade just right out of the blue, so it's pretty awesome. Grooves tab, where you keep all your stuff. The Grooves tab is where you can access your 2,500 included EZDrummer 3 MIDI files, other Toontrack drum MIDI you may own, plus your own MIDI or third-party MIDI you may have purchased, as long as it follows the general MIDI mapping standard, which most does. It's a fantastic system of keyword filters at the top. You just select what you're looking for, and you'll get results below in this middle panel. In the middle panel, you can simply audition stuff and then drag it down to the song track at the bottom, where you can start building and editing your song, or pull out your keyboard, your eKit, or simply click with your mouse to start recording your own song yourself. Another cool new feature is the Replace Groove Parts feature, meaning you can copy just single elements of a drum beat from a specific MIDI file to bring them over to whatever beat you're currently working on. This should help EZDrummer 2 users from constantly having to copy and paste manually. And the Song Creator still exists, which is a feature where you introduce a beat you want your song to be based around, and it will present drum parts for the rest of your song. One cool thing I spotted for EZDrummer 2 users is the custom song part option in the menu. It's very cool that we can extend our song structure options. Lastly, I can't confirm EZDrummer 3 can do multiple time signatures or tempos. I will guess that it does, since EZBass does it with no problem. But Toontrack did answer a little weird when the question was posed, which is why it's unclear to me.
Time signature changes. Well, sure. I mean, you can go into the songwriting page here, the groove, the song track, and you can use different song structure grooves. So you can go from a 3/4 to a 5/8 to a 7/8. Will the software do that for you automatically? Well, no.
Tap Defined. Up here is the Tap Defined feature. Its primary function is for you to tap a beat out with your mouse and use that beat to find other similar beats. I personally use this for many other tasks, which can be explained in another video on my channel. EZDrummer 2 users will be excited to know that there is now a cool grid layout that you can edit in real time, a fantastic upgrade. You can drag any MIDI from anywhere into Tap Defined, and it will also help you find similar beats, like from EZKeys, like from EZBass, like from 𝗬𝗪𝗓𝒻𝒻𝒻, like whatever beats on your desktop, anywhere. Drag it right to the Tap Defined drop zone. The Edit Playstyle feature. The Edit Playstyle feature is for two things in my opinion. One is for people that don't want to deal with a grid editor or piano roll in their DAW. Two, in my opinion, is just for inspiration. You flipping a mount knob, you flip this, you flip that, and the beat you're working on just does something completely different that might just inspire you of where you want to go or don't want to go. And for EZDrummer 2 users, you'll see a couple cool upgrades for adding ghost notes and more. I'll just let Toontrack fill you in on this one.
Edit Playstyle changed the way that songwriters were able to customize MIDI. EZDrummer 3 takes this a step further by including smart AI-based algorithms that provide instrument-based stylistic options for the drum performance. In addition to simply changing the instrument articulation, the power hand menu now provides a selection of alternate playing styles suited to the instrument and chosen groove. For example, by choosing a different instrument variation, you can change the feel and accents of the hi-hat just like a real drummer would. This allows you to complete a complex MIDI editing task that would normally take a significant amount of time in a single click. Here's an example with a simple closed hi-hat groove. Now I'll change to one of the new playing variations for the hats. The power hand variation algorithm is specifically tuned for each leading instrument, so the options that you'll see on hi-hat are different than if the power hand was on toms or a ride cymbal. Now here's the same groove with the power hand moved to a tom using the original play MIDI. And now with one of the new variation algorithms, which for the toms spreads the MIDI across multiple available toms. And now moving that same groove to the ride cymbal, I can again choose the basic articulation options to change the playing articulation. Or a variation algorithm to alter the feel of the performance. With the new variation algorithm in the power hand, you can build dynamics or intensity faster than ever before, and turn one single groove into a whole song's worth of content. Programming realistic snare patterns full of life and nuance has always been a challenge for songwriters. In EZDrummer 2, the 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏 made this process simpler by letting a songwriter add or remove hits to a groove in the way that a real drummer would. Now in EZDrummer 3, we take this a step further with separate options for ghost notes of the snare. This way you can increase or decrease snare ghost notes without changing the main accents in the groove. Now here's the same groove with the added ghost notes, and I'll dial in the velocity while playing. With the ghost note 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, you can quickly build excitement and interest in even the most basic grooves.
Grid Editor. The Grid Editor in EZDrummer 3 is a new feature well worth an upgrade price in my opinion. I'm impressed and happy. Since it's not the same grid editor that's in Superior Drummer 3, then there's no reason for me to speculate or make assumptions. So here's what we know, see it for yourself.
Grid editor that you've come to know and love from Superior Drummer 3 and EZ Bass. However, there's some important songwriting refinements that make it easier than ever to compose grooves from scratch. First, a 𝗪𝗏𝗧 engine has been created with the songwriter in mind. This engine uses information from the hundreds of thousands of grooves that Toontrack has recorded with real drummers to build velocity and timing styles that can instantly be applied to your programmed grooves. Here I have a simple drum groove that I drew in manually with 𝗪𝗏𝗧 off. While the samples themselves sound good, the performance is static and lifeless because all of the velocities are the same and there's no micro timing. Now I'll simply select all notes and choose a 𝗪𝗏𝗧 style to bring this groove to life. The other velocity styles in the 𝗪𝗏𝗧 section work for grooves that are programmed in that style, including half time, double time, and blast beat. Here I have a manually programmed half-time shuffle beat with a triplet feel. I'll then use the half-time velocity style to transform this very static sounding groove into a real half-time shuffle performance. And next, a double time groove. And finally, a blast beat. 𝗪𝗏𝗧 styles can be applied to individual instruments. They do not need to be applied globally to the entire MIDI file. This is useful if you wanted to, say, draw in a new hi-hat pattern on an existing groove. The original groove parts don't need 𝗪𝗏𝗧ing in this case because they were recorded by a real drummer, but we can easily match the hats to this groove with the right velocity style. You can even adjust the micro timing for the selected notes in the More menu to better suit your performance. Micro timing makes very small adjustments to the placement of notes on the grid, mimicking the natural variation of a real drummer. The difference here is quite subtle, and much experimentation went into finding just the right amount of timing adjustments. Finally, the grid editor also makes it easy to draw two-note articulation patterns, like the kind commonly found on hi-hat and ride. Here I'll start by creating a closed hi-hat progression, with the closed edge and closed tip articulation for one bar. Then, when I close the articulation menu, simply draw in the rest of the notes and they'll follow the same two-note pattern. This, in combination with the velocity styles, can make realistic hi-hat programming simple and faster than ever.
The Mixer tab. By the way, all of EZDrummer 3's tabs can be expanded into their own window, just like an Easy Bass or Superior Drummer like this. The Mixer tab doesn't have many upgrades from EZDrummer 2 except being able to audition a drum right from the graphic in the mixer, which is pretty cool. The mixer has typical mixing functions, and like in EZDrummer 2, the effects are limited to the library preset you have selected. You can't simply choose whatever effects you want. You have to select a certain preset and you'll get a certain amount of effects with that preset. You'll need Superior Drummer 3 to remove those limitations. But you can route out all of your EZDrummer 2 channels out into your DAW and add your own third-party effects as needed, which is an essential workflow for those with preferred DAW workflows. The Bandmate tab. New and exciting for EZDrummer 2 users is the Bandmate tab. Simply drag and drop your MIDI and audio files into a drop zone and you're making better use of your time. Here's Toontrack's promo for it.
The Bandmate tab. Bandmate is designed to be an automated starting point for writing custom grooves to your guitar, bass, keys, or other melodic tracks. Just drag in audio or a MIDI file, and EZDrummer 3 will create a fully customizable matching drum groove. EZDrummer 3 will then analyze your file to estimate the tempo, or you can type in a custom tempo and select the time signature. You'll then be provided with a selection of matching grooves to choose from. This example uses a bass recording, but it works just as well with guitar. Here I'll use a distorted metal guitar, and I'll switch the genre to metal. Bandmate uses transient detection for the placement of its kick hits. Due to the increased transients, it's beneficial to use direct input guitar tracks rather than heavily distorted guitar tracks. To browse other grooves that EZDrummer 3 has matched to your track, move down to the Genre and Matching Grooves columns. Selected grooves are automatically added to the timeline and synced with your track. Once you've found a groove that you like, you can customize it further with the amount knobs. There are 3 amount knobs for musically refining the amount of snare hits, kick hits, and hits for the leading instrument, or power hand as we call it. Starting with the kick drum, the amount knob analyzes the transients in the imported file, and will then musically add corresponding kick hits on those transients the more the knob is increased. For the kick drum, you can also use the 1 and 2 buttons to choose the original kick pattern from the groove in your MIDI library, or use the Bandmate suggestion, which is AI generated based on accents in your imported file. You can then add or remove hits based on your chosen kick pattern. For the snare and leading instrument, the amount knobs will intelligently add or remove hits specific to the playing style for that instrument. Adding snare hits will increase the intensity and ghost notes, and adding hi-hat, ride, or cymbals will dynamically insert them into the groove just as a real drummer would. There are knobs to globally control the velocity and amount of swing that you add or subtract to the groove. When working with MIDI files as your source instrument, the Bandmate tab will provide a selection of sound generators that you can choose for the instrument. These are bass and keys, and a few quick transpose selections in case you need to make simple adjustments to the MIDI. Once you've found a groove that you like and you've made your adjustments, drag and drop the groove from the Bandmate timeline to the song track in EZDrummer 3. Here you can take advantage of EZDrummer's advanced editing features, such as the all-new grid editor, or edit playstyle in its new EZDrummer 3 features.
A few notes before I go. EZDrummer 2 project files will open up in EZDrummer 3, which is great. Toontrack didn't really answer this in a lot of detail though, because in standalone that makes sense. It can read the file great, but what about the actual plugin? Like when you open up a session with EZDrummer 2 in it, will EZDrummer 3 just be there? I personally think no, but that's an assumption. So you know, I mean, it's just not the same plugin that's in your plugin folder on your computer. So at that point, you might have to crack open EZDrummer 2 in your DAW and then load EZDrummer and then save that plugin as a project file and then load that project. So I think there's some manual workaround. Regardless, compatibility is there, whether it's instant or a few clicks away, which is great news. Toontrack does not yet have plans to give the new features from EZDrummer 3 to 𝗬𝗫𝗓 3, which is kind of a bummer. I think 𝗬𝗫𝗓 3, being how much it costs, should get those features, but that's Toontrack's business. I'd like to think that they will do it though, sooner or later. They have not announced plans for it yet. I hope they do it. It seems sensible. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I'm going to leave you now with the few audio samples that Toontrack has released on EZDrummer 3 so you can check them out. If you're interested in EZDrummer 3 tutorials, consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to be putting them out right after May 3rd. And I just started a brand new Facebook Toontrack user group. Come check it out. Check out my Discord group. The links are in the description. I hope you have a fantastic time rocking out with EZDrummer 3. Rock on.